Hello world, my name is Econael and today I want to show you Dungeons of Dredmor. I used to play this game a lot, about 4 years ago when it came out, but now I want to revisit it because the developers have added a lot of new content that I haven't seen yet. I will not assume any prior knowledge of the game, so if you have never heard of it, this is exactly for you, as I will explain every aspect of the game as well as strategies and tactics. Dungeons of Dredmor is a roguelike, so the levels are procedurally generated and different every time you play. There is also permadeath, which means that once your character dies, you can't load an earlier save anymore. He's gone forever and you're supposed to die a lot in this game. You may have heard the term hardcore in action RPGs like Diablo or Path of Exile, or the term Iron Man mode, which is again the same concept as permadeath. But Iron Man mode is usually self-imposed by the players. In roguelikes though, permadeath is the rule rather than the exception, and Dungeons of Dredmor is actually unusual for having permadeath be optional, but we will play with permadeath because it's more interesting that way. Okay, enough talk, so let's start playing. So, it's the main menu, we're gonna start a new game, and we will pick the Dwarvish moderation difficulty. It's a medium difficulty, that's fine for now. We'll play with permadeath, of course, there will be no saves coming. And here is an interesting option, no time to grind. You will get smaller floors, but you'll get the same experience on every floor. So it just means that you'll progress faster through the floors, and also that our videos will be a little bit shorter. And there's Realm of the Diggle Gods. You will get an additional 15 dungeon levels. I don't see any reason why not to pick this. Okay, now this is the most important screen for character creations. All of these aren't single skills, they are skill sets, and they also determine the hybrid class of a character. Since this is an introductory episode, I will just pick a random set of skills, and yeah, we will take this, it looks fine. Okay, we'll pick the dude, and he will be called Econael. In ages long past, great heroes bound the dark Lord Dredmor in the depths of the earth that his evil would trouble the land nevermore. Alas, the foul-edged Dredmor proved most devious and patient, for he has been loosening his magical bonds, slowly freeing himself to gain spread his evil in the world of light. He must be stopped again. Once more it is a time of adventure, of glory. It is a time for a hero. Unfortunately, that hero is you. You have been summoned by the king to prove yourself, to save the land and its people, to join the heroes of legend in victory over the Dungeons of Dredmor. Yeah, so this is our interface. This right here is our minimap. We are right here. We haven't uncovered much of the level yet, of course. This is our quick bar with our items that we can quickly activate. These are our active spells, our hit points, our mana bar, our character sheet. We currently have a rope that gives us some dodge chance. Now, these are primary attributes and these are secondary attributes. We won't be looking at them in detail right now, only when it's important for discerning stats, abilities and items. And we also have an aluminum wizarding hat. It gives us 4 block chance and 1 armor absorption. Armor absorption is, I think, directly substituted from the damage that you get, so it's quite important. Okay, let's see what skills we actually got from the RNG. We got assassination, which is a treat. Well, now you see we have the picked skill sets at the left. We already have one, well, the first of the set. Every level up we can pick from any of the next from any of the sets. Some of these are passive, like from the assassination tree it's mostly about critical hit chance, and as you see this little item, I'll show you in the character sheet, is about critical chance. And every skill gives you some of that. The first, Blackjack, is a passive skill that sometimes triggers. It is a random chance, and when it does, it stuns the enemy. This is actually very important for reducing the incoming damage, as you can hit the enemy without him hitting you back. Okay, fungal arts. Now, funguses, or fungi I guess, are consumable items in the game, and the mushroom farmer, as well as giving you 1 resistance to toxicity, gives you a chance to plant spores on a killed enemy, and then a mushroom will grow in the corpse, which you can then pick and use. Wand lore is sadly the only combat, melee combat. Well, it's not actually melee, but it's a weapon proficiency skill that we have, which means that, well, usually the others mean that we will get bonuses when we equip a certain weapon, like there is one proficiency for every melee weapon type in the game, like pole arms, axes, swords, maces, etc. But the wand lore will actually give us some passive bonuses, I guess. Now what is this? I guess this is wand crafting level. Yes, so we'll have an easier time crafting wands and recharging them and so forth. So we have already 3 wands in our inventory: the Icicly wand, the Sidious wand, and wand of transmogrification. As you see, they have a different amount of charges left. Once the charges are used up, they will turn into burnt out wands, and I will show you the crafting panel right here. The burnt out wand can be crafted into a new wand with different kinds of ingredients. So this wand crafting level actually allows us to do this. Okay, what did we get? We got smithing, so we got 1 point in smithing, of course, and also 1 point in melee power. This means that we can smith weapons. And we got battle geology. This is one of the new skill sets. I haven't seen that. Let's see. Plutonic fist. The little 6 next to this clock icon means that it has a cooldown of 6 turns. Now a turn is pretty short in the game. The game is turn-based, and just moving, or for example picking up this item and taking it in our inventory, this is 1 turn. So 6 turns is really not a big deal. Okay, Plutonic Fist, it gives us 2 block chance, though I'm not sure whether it's passive. I guess it is because the block chance is pretty high. You can at will transform the hand, noodly appendage of a creature, including yourself, if it does include it, into stone, such as that cured deep in the earth's earthy heart. Melee power is improved at the cost of combat skill and finesse. Hit smart like rock. Okay, so most spells or skills are just like that. It's a bit vague. You get an idea of what it will do, but you won't know for sure until you try it in combat. And my intuition tells me that activating this will reduce our critical hit chance probably, but it will increase our melee power. So let's try Plutonic Fist and activate. Okay, we have the buff right here. Wow, just as I thought, it increased our melee power by 5, which is quite substantial. But it also made it so that it's basically impossible for us to have a critical hit, because it reduced it by 70, and also this other icon is counter chance. There is a chance to counter an enemy when he attacks you. And as you see, I can cancel this just by clicking the X right here, and then it returns our critical chance and our counter chance to the normal ranges. And I think we will probably be keeping this active all of the time. Okay, what's next? Warlockery. This is also new for me. Let's read. Puissant touch. Why mess about with incantations, gesturing and smelly powders? Just use your hand to inject burning raw magical energy directly into your enemy's flesh. Wow, okay, so I guess this is probably a melee attack because it has touch in the name. It is very cheap for 2 mana, usually spells are more expensive. I think it also gives us passive 2 block chance, and we'll see how much damage it does. We also got Magical Law, and Confiscate Evidence allows us to loot an enemy from distance, which comes in handy a lot. It's very useful because quite often you'll encounter items that are far away and that you cannot loot. Okay, so these are vending machines. You can buy consumable items from them. Now we already have a few. We have a potato and some mushrooms and some wands. They can also be considered consumable, I guess, because they have charges. So the potatoes and the food heals you, and the booze gives you back mana. Let's look into inventory. We have some more items. We have 3 crafting items, which is unusual. We get those from the skills, of course. You can loot them, you can find them in the game, and they allow you to craft stuff. This is the crafting interface. there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already. 7 different crafting, I guess, categories. You can filter this list, clicking here, showing you only the stuff that you have ingredients for. Right now we don't have anything that we can craft, which is, you know, usual, we just started. And yeah, so yeah, this one's just a booze vending machine. We found a crossbow, which is very unusual. I've never found a crossbow so early in the game. It's quite important because, see, the crossbow has 3 piercing damage that it adds to the bolts. But that's actually not important because there are quite a lot of bolts in the game that have that do a lot of damage regardless of what crossbow you shoot it from. They're like specialized exploding bolts of tentacles and stuff like that. Okay, let's get going. So this is a teleporter. I will not step on it because I don't know where I will end up. It will be somewhere on level 1, but I could be surrounded by enemies, and since I'm still level 1, I will not do that. This is a bookshelf. When we click it, we get a crafting recipe that we might use later. This is a mystical graffiti. Mystical graffitis show you arcane addresses, which I will write down real quick because we will need it later. Alright, so arcane addresses, I'll tell you later when it gets interesting. So cheese is some food and some booze. As you see, I can move with WASD. I can also move when I click somewhere, but I don't want to do this because movement is very important in the game. It can just do one wrong step can mean the difference between life and death. So I like to use WASD and move around carefully. Okay, this is the statue of Dredmor. Dredmor is the baddie in the game, and when you kill it, you gain a huge bonus to experience. And as you see, I pick up items just by walking over them. This is the auto loot, which you can configure by just selecting which categories of items you wanna pick up and which you don't wanna pick up. And since we're at the beginning of the game, we just wanna pick up everything, so that's what we will do. And I will open this door. Okay, here our first enemies. Let's see how I fare. I guess I don't even have a weapon. And I do very little damage. Okay, so I will not try that. I will try the Poison touch. Okay.
Critical hits.
It does 1 damage. What? No. Crush the Amazonian bumblebee person. 1 crushing damage. Okay, but I did more than 1 damage. Okay, we're actually quite tough in melee. That's probably because of our block chance.
Critical hits.
Alright, we got a level up. Oops, excuse me there, I hit the mic. So, let's see, what will we pick from the level up? I guess, let's look at the new skills. Mage, mana, mail. Do as the wizards do, grit your loins in a shield of mana to protect, or gird your loins in a shield of mana to protect yourself from deadly foes. Each hit landed on your magical mail will drain mana. Okay, so that's like a mana shield. Instead of draining hit points, you will drain mana. I don't want to do that right now because I don't have many ways of getting more mana in the beginning of the game. Okay, what is that? Stone secret. It gives us some resistances, more block chance. Your true knowledge of the secret that Rock's Whisper provides you with a stony coating, which most but not all rocks possess naturally. Okay, so it's just a passive skill giving you some more resistances and block chance, which is very useful. Ingotier gives us 1 trap affinity. I will take that. 1 smithing and 1 of the primary skill for melee. This is the art of mining cubes and crafting them into useful shapes. You've also picked up something about traps. Baton polisher, slime herder, and okay, I will take the Ingotier because we get 1 point in trap affinity, and that's very important. There are a lot of traps in the game, and with hate and trap affinity you can... Oh, mini fridge. Oh, it's empty. Okay, so we found a trap. Shoddy Dwarven IED. Okay, let's... see, now we picked up the trap. I think we didn't pick it up. We just deactivated the trap. It gives us a little bit of experience. And yeah, that's because we got the trap affinity skill that it was so easy to do. Saltpeter, okay, there's something here. Salt. Some more salt. Okay, those are reagents for crafting. And the grill, the barbecue, you can put meat on to make it into a better version of the consumable, but we don't have any meat yet. Okay. Let's open this door. What is this? Never seen a room like this. This has to be decoration from the new DLC, I guess. Okay, as you see, there was a small red exclamation mark, which means that the Betty saw us, and I made a mistake that I walked into the Betty, so the Betty got the first hit on me, and I didn't get to hit back right away. We wanna avoid this. Oh, a nightcap grew on its corpse. Oh, I see, I can break the dining table, interesting. There's a softball, there's an anti-magic field spewer, it was a trap. Now see, he saw us, and when I press space I pass the turn, and I want to do that so that I get to be the first one to hit in combat. I got the blackjack, which stuns him. You see the little Z's coming out of his head, which means I get a free hit. And that's his death. Okay, now this trap is a higher level trap, and I have a 45% chance of success to disarm it. If I fail, I will trigger the trap and I will get damaged because it is, what is that? Easy target curse. So it's just a curse. I will try to disarm it, and I succeeded. That was lucky. Okay, lost wizard keys. This dimensional key bears a mysterious legend, property of Matro the Mad. Stuffs oiled, prices driven mad by eldritch horrors. Now, this is an item which is always in the first level of the game. It is new from some of the DLCs. It gives you this ability to enter the pocket dimensions. This pocket dimension is completely empty for now. You can leave your stuff here, for example the crafting reagents that I don't need right now, and I can just leave them here. Maybe this up here. So, to free up some inventory space. And here is a special machine, the portal control panel. Here you can enter the Arcane address that we found earlier, and it will open an extra level. It should be about the difficulty of where we found the address, so level 1. And it's a bit smaller, but there are some enemies and some items in there, so it's basically free loot, free experience. Should be if you manage to survive it. But we won't be going there right now because we're still only level 2, and we will visit it before the end of the level, but a little bit later. Okay, so once I've left, I have a 30, now 5 turns have passed, a 30 round cooldown to re-enter the pocket dimension, but after that cooldown you can just enter at will. There are no other limitations to that. Okay, Bea Arthur, I don't know if you see it well because it's behind her wings. She has a halo, which means that she's a bit tougher than the other monsters. As you see, she can take a few more hits, I guess. Okay, we got a level up. We're getting quite fast because we picked smaller floors with the same experience, but later floors will get much bigger. Let's see, what would be the most useful? Maybe some, well, we already have defense, maybe some more. We don't have direct, well, I guess the smithing will give us direct offense. Practical and practitioner metallurgist. Yeah, all of those give us some smashing damage, some fire resist, some melee. Oh, more trap affinity. Okay. Or, what is that? Magical gesture should pull neighbor monsters into melee range. Literally pull. Okay. Charging rod from a turret puissance directly into empowering your physical form, you are become a fearsome engine of battle. Okay, this will probably give us more melee damage, which we are lacking because we don't have a primary melee skill that just increases our damage. But I'm not sure whether we actually need that right now. I will take the polymorphic injunction because it is a very useful survival skill. Now the polymorphic injunction can transform a monster into a different one, and it does some damage. And it's very useful when you encounter very strong monsters that would otherwise kill you. Okay, we'll pass the turn so that the blobby comes near me, and then I will hit in the face. Hit it once more. And that's it. Good. Let's see this. Oh, I stepped on a trap. I have to be more careful with walking. There is a visual sight radius, and isn't there? I think there's a trap. Yeah, a trap sight radius, which is quite small for now. There are skills and probably items that increase that. Okay, so this gnome is not attacking us, so I will take the first hit. Oh, I'm transforming it instead of doing the post-sound touch. Okay, but this is a situation where I can show you how the consumables work. Now the Sewer Brew gives us heightened mana regeneration for 5 turns. And when I pass a turn, you see I get 1 mana per turn. And the base regeneration for with 0 bonus in health and mana regeneration is just 1 point every 7 rounds. Okay, we found... Oh, this looks nice. Let's see, is it better than a rope? Yes, it is. Okay, so we found Kromkra, the Queen of Philosophies. It gives us 1 additional Haywire chance. Haywire chance is like magical crit. And also 1 counter chance. Okay, good. But I think we will now start having Plutonic Fist active at all times. This level should teleport us. Yes, it does. This configuration of the room is something I've seen before, and usually the levers here teleport you. Okay, wooden crate, some amber, good. Now he aggroed, we'll wait, kick him. Nice. Okay. Ooh, more bookshelves. And a trap. Boulder drop plate. I disarmed that. Now usually I get the traps in my inventory, but I guess we need a higher trap affinity skill for that. And when that happens, you can plant the traps down and have the enemies step on them. Okay, Siegfried is sometimes not aggressive, but this time it appears he is. I'm calling him by his name because he's always on the first level. And he has an interesting flavor text. Trapped in Diggle form, he wanders the dungeons looking for revenge. This monster is trying to kill, that's just a status text. But sometimes he doesn't aggro, and I wonder whether he's part of some Easter egg or something. Okay. Shouldn't be too hard. Ooh, I stepped on a trap. Okay, is there another one somewhere here for this other gargoyle head? Nope. Ah, there's one. Bet he doesn't see me. Good. Ah, a bolt dispenser. Ooh, this might be useful, but those... Okay, now this is I guess this is the strongest bolt in the game. We can't afford it yet by any stretch. It costs 27,000, but it pretty much clears out a whole room. And we will not be buying any bolts right now because we are very low on money. Oh, Betty. Now, I said Haywire was magical crit. You might be wondering, why did you get a Haywire right there? And to be honest, I'm not sure. I think, well, usually I have some magical melee attack bonuses. And we only get our melee power added to a melee attack right now, so I'm not quite sure why we got a Haywire chance. Okay, well. The game has so much content, it's almost impossible to know every aspect of it. And that's what I like about it. It's a surprise. Every time I play, something different happens. Okay, is it right next to me? I'm not sure. Okay, it wasn't. Because it's flying, it shows up a bit higher. Okay, good. Fountain. Yeah, let's risk it. The water burns like acid. Water is acid. Okay, that was bad. I hope we can survive this. Do we get damage every round now? No, it's just a temporary debuff. Okay, good. What does the book say? Make a wish and pull the lever. Let's drink from this fountain first. You feel like a prince. Okay, we got a buff. Now this buff has this shield, this broken shield icon, which means that it lasts for 5 hits. And it gives us 12 extra hit points. And looking at that, we, with the buff, only have 45. This is quite a lot. But it only lasts for 5 hits, so... Okay, I'm not sure what this does. I guess it heals. Yeah, and those are some kind of healing powder or gel or something. Maybe it's aloe vera gel, who knows? Okay, wow, one more mystical graffiti. It's actually rare to find more than one on a level. I will note this down. Mlova Pokgorom. Okay. That's noted. Let's keep going. Oh, this is the statue of Inconsequentia. She is the goddess of side quests. And I'm not sure whether we should take a side quest yet, because... Now let's clean out this room first. The side quests can spawn stronger enemies, and I'd rather do it later than right now. Because we might find some better equipment, or gain a level. She doesn't realize. Let's maybe use the poison touch. Critical hit, nice. Ooh, stepped into a trap. Okay, this is the Anvil of Krong. Now the Anvil of Krong can, it will enchant an item of yours, but whether the enchantment is positive or negative is, I think it's purely random. Maybe you can influence it somehow, but it is surely not safe. So any item I put in there could be completely wasted. And I think I will put the shirt there because it's not too useful right now. Let's try. Okay, Krong is pleased with me. He gave me 1 savviness, 1 hit point, and 1 haywire chance. Okay, let's put it back on. Now, savviness is one of the primary stats. It affects my magical haywire chance and sneakiness. Sneakiness is a skill that, if it's high enough, why? Okay, we don't, it's not enough to raise it by a whole point, but we can get sneakiness just from skills or from items. Anyway, sneakiness affects how soon enemies will see you. If you have a very high sneakiness value, you can just waltz right past them and they won't notice you. Okay, so now this is a case where we can use our Confiscate Evidence skill to just get the Valak, the Cosmopolitan Foe, which seems to be some kind of fork weapon. Wow, it will reduce our dodge chance and our enemy dodge reduction, which I'm not a fan of, but it will give us more damage. Yeah, it does reduce it by quite a lot. Let's try it. If we're not happy with it, we will just throw it away. Okay. I think if it allows us to one-hit enemies, then the dodge chance reduction is not that important. I'll activate the side quest just because I don't want to take a long way back just to activate it later on. Must be defeated and the artifact must be recovered. Okay, so this is just one monster, we're lucky. I guess we can probably take it. Okay, ooh. 49 hit points. Okay, I will use the Icically Wand, which slowed it down, I guess. Arctic Vortex is a debuff on it. Let's hit it again. Okay, we killed it, we gained a level. Amazing. What will I take this time? More smithing, more yeah. Maybe this time I'll take the Stone Secret to gain block chance because we're losing some dodge from the weapon. And that's supposed to offset it. And there should be an item here. I will wait a couple of turns so this debuff is gone. Okay, I picked it up and I got Mlobble the Forgotten Breadfruits. Okay, it's a mace that gives us 1 smashing damage or crushing damage, 1 hit point and 1... I'm not sure what that is, let's try it out. 1 acidic resistance, which is useful, but it reduces our damage, but it increases our dodge chance compared to the fork. But this is quite a big damage difference, so we'll not equip it. Okay, let's go back and go through the door. I don't think we will get a second side quest because the exclamation point is darkened now. Okay, Diggle. Okay, this worked out. Now this Diggle stepped on a trap. That's fine. We got a wooden sword, which is getting close to the... not really close, it's just half the damage of the fork. The battle fork, I guess. I guess that would be funny if you had like battle cutlery in the game and you had huge spoons for clubs and knives and forks, you know? And battle cutlery as proficiency for those weapons. I guess this would fit very nicely into this game, which, as you may have noticed, has very silly texts and doesn't take itself seriously, which I really like a lot in games. Okay, so this boulder plate must have misfired. I heard it click, but it didn't damage us, which is great, because I'm being careless walking around so fast. Okay. Now this mysterious portal takes us to a level which is full of difficult monsters, so I will avoid stepping on it. Okay, let's kill those.
Critical hit.
Alright, it's working out nicely with the high amount of damage and block chance. Okay, this is the Lutefisk statue of the Lutefisk god. The Lutefisk are, I think, a Danish type of food. We have some in our inventory. As you see, they don't heal for much, but you can donate them to the god. It says you have typed 10 pieces of Lutefisk. When you give him more, sometimes you'll get items in return, maybe buffs or experience, I'm not sure, but probably items. It's not clear when exactly, but yeah. It's the only thing you can do with Lutefisk because they have 0 value otherwise. Is this open? Yeah, it is. Oops, I walked into the enemy, it was a mistake. But it's not a big deal because we are quite strong already. Oh, this is a shop, this is Brax. Brax is the shopkeeper. You can try to steal from him, but he's very strong. Just like in Spelunky, he will hunt you down, he will summon demons who will try to kill you. But this is a place where you can sell stuff that you don't need, like this rope, this rope, it's the same, the sword, I will sell this too, it's not important. What else can we sell? I guess we'll keep the rest because it's mostly consumables and craftable items, yeah. The wooden sword, yeah, let's sell this too. Okay, what can we buy? 3 damage, 2... Helm, yeah, but ours is way better. What is this? I've never seen this. What is this? Is this a hand item? I guess it is. It reduces your nimbleness by a lot because it's a heavy lock that you're carrying around, but it increases your sagacity a lot, which affects mana points and magic power. I guess this is a wizard's item. It also gives you a lot of magic power, which influences the damage of magic spells. But anyway, it's very expensive, so we can't take it right now. Okay. Oh, this lever opened this door, and ooh, there's a tunic. Let's see, interesting. It has 2 dodge, 1 counterattack, which is irrelevant, and 1 some kind of resistance. But it's actually worse than the chest we have right now. Okay, I can't get to those. Maybe from the other side. Ooh, another Lutefisk statue. Come. Okay. She hasn't seen, well, she hasn't aggroed yet, more correctly. Okay, Sapphire. Okay, this opens this gate. Let's kill the statue. And the Diggle. Okay, no idea what this lever does. Usually levels either spawn enemies or traps, or they open secret walls or doors, or But it might be anywhere on the level, so I have no idea what this just did. Okay. But I still just can't refrain from not pressing the levers. Sometimes they spawn enemies that kill me, but I don't know, I just have to press them. So, we will try what? What did we enchant last time? The blouse, I guess. Maybe we'll come back later when we have more items to enchant. Right now we are kind of naked. Oh, a Diggle came up from the ground. Okay, what is this? Is this a trap? No, okay. It's just decoration, I guess. Crude iron mace with 3 damage. I might try to enchant this and see if it has more damage than our fork. Okay. Because it's 3 and our fork is 4. Yeah, if I don't find anything better, I'll try that. Good. See, this one opened a hole in the wall. This helm is not half bad, but it's worse than ours. Now I'm moving back because if I attack one, both of them can attack me back. And if I move back like this, only one can attack me. And this is one of the most important aspects of the game to reduce the damage that you get. If you don't do this, you're gonna have a bad time. And this is also why there are some skills that let you create walls or create, I don't know, like traps and stuff that enemies don't want to walk into, because yeah, it makes it so that you can influence the terrain and so you can gain the upper hand in combat. Okay, I could, I will try the mace. It gives us only 1 block chance. 1 less damage, but 1 more block, but you already have a very high block chance. Maybe that was a waste, maybe I shouldn't have enchanted the mace, but it's a risk you gotta take. So, this part of the map is not seen yet. Now this right here is a monolith. It is part of a side quest, so I guess there should be, well, it doesn't have to be, but there should be a second statue of inconsequential on this level, because it's part of the quest to interact with the monolith in some way. Okay, I will confiscate those lockpicks, but I probably could have just walked there, I guess. There should be traps here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is great. Let's confiscate the leather belt, the Cerium Salis. Wait, why can't I pick that up? That's weird. Is there a range limit? My inventory isn't full. I have no idea why I can't pick that up. Can I drink from the fountain from... No. Okay. Well. Ooh, lots of items. The first level has been quite easy so far. This is not always the case. As I said, the game is procedurally generated, and sometimes you find good items, sometimes you don't. Some skill sets are easier on the early game, some are make the late game easier. Okay, we got a rusty sword, which is 3 damage, it's not bad, a rope. Maybe we'll have to dump some items soon, because our inventory is filling up. Oh, but I guess we have uncovered most of the first level. Okay. Good. Yeah, I guess that's it. Let's try a teleporter to get closer to the shop. Nope, not this one. Not this one. Yeah, I guess this one. Okay. So there wasn't a second statue of inconsequential. This can happen as well. Let's sell the stuff that we don't want or don't need. Okay. Now, the red arrows on the map are the places where you can move down to the next level. Doesn't really matter which one you pick because you don't know where you're gonna end up. Sometimes you'll end up in really bad spots and you wanna go up immediately, but we'll see. First I'll go back to the pocket dimension and dump some crafting materials on the ground that I don't want to be carrying with me all the time. Oh, well, let's see, can I could make some brimstone, but I don't need it. What else? Copper ingot, voltaic cell, brimstone, electrum ingot. And oh, I could or should have sold this. I'll just leave it here and sell it next time. That's about it. Sword. Good. Now we can open an Arcane address. Okay, and let's enter it. So yeah, as you see, the enemies are just as difficult or easy as they were on level 1. What will I take this time? Seismic uppercut. With a thought, you compare a seismic wave to erupt through the ground at an enemy. The following mini-quick will also daze your foes. I kind of want to take something that uses up mana because you're not using a mana enough. So I will take the Mage's Mana Mail, which might come in handy when we find some strong enemies. It will effectively double our hit points when it takes hit points from our mana instead of our hit point pool. Okay, we'll just go back because I think that this room should be a dead end. I don't want to clear everything. Ooh, spore, yeah. Okay, good. Now, I bet this level will spawn 2 evil clones, let's see. Oh no, it teleported me somewhere, okay. That was unexpected. But, okay, why not? Ooh, a chest. Let's open it. It's inside a traffic cone, It's a hat, not very good. Certainly worse than the one we already have. Corridors like that are always useful to reduce the incoming damage. Oh, what's that? A ring! Nice! Now this ring gives us 2 conflagratory damage for melee and range attacks. as well as 1 acidic damage. Wow, that's fantastic. Now this is very important because very few enemies have, like, the more different damage types you have, the more you are equipped to fight enemies with different resistances, because not everyone will have resistance for acidic or conflagratory damage. It also gives us 2 slashing protection and 1 magic resistance. Wow, that's a really, really great ring. Okay. Nothing in here. Ooh, lots of loot. Okay, stepped on the trap. Let's kill the Diggle first. Disarm the trap. Get a shield. I might... yeah, just... I think I can equip the shield together with the fork. It will just give us some block chance, some magic resist. This should be the portal out of here. And it is. Okay, that was quick. And I guess we will make a break here, and we'll continue on in our next video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.